Hello and welcome to today's video on high altitude investing. Today's video is going to be a couple day trading coins I'm looking at, and by day trading I mean getting in and out and within the maximum of a day's period of time, buying and then selling out, or at least going to sleep with a stop loss at profit, so that you can keep making money if it keeps going up. So what I'm looking at is just a couple here that are pretty promising in my opinion for day trading. So let me switch to my screen here. Awesome. Now Lisk has been one that I've been looking at, and it actually has a lot of potential in my opinion. Right now it's only about 29 cents. Now I will say that there are 104 million Lisk, which in ratio you'd have to have as much money invested in is invested in the Ethereum blockchain, because they have similar circulating supplies for there to be a huge influx in value. And I don't know exactly how the distribution works. That's something you'd want to look into, is the circulating supply distribution. So basically, is it mineable? I don't see that it's mineable right here on the coin market cap. And on the blockchain website, the actual lisk.io is their official website. You can look around here, and they're partnered by Microsoft, and that's a pretty big name. So there could be a lot of investors into this in the future. I would probably check on the wiki and stuff to figure out exactly how the distribution works. Let's see, the Lisk protocol, frequently asked questions. This is how I find a lot of important information. Okay, how are lists created? During the ICO, so that's a early investment type of thing. You can participate in getting really cheap sale on coins basically to fund the project. So there was an ICO of 100 million Lisk. So it looks like there's been 4 million since it's out. So its distribution looks pretty small. Five created Lisk every block. So every 3 million blocks, this is reduced by 1 Lisk, ending at 1 Lisk per block, which will last and stay forever. So that's how its distribution works. It's really important to check into that. So it really, after the first 100 million, its distribution is pretty good. It doesn't seem too crazy. I don't know exactly how long each block is, so I'd have to look at that. But it doesn't look like it. I mean, if there's only, I've seen Lisk for a while, and if there's only a couple million extra now, the blocks can't be extremely quick. And what Lisk is basically blockchain applications written in JavaScript and running on side chains. That's what you can see on their website. Has a $30 million market cap, and we have 5 million in volume. So basically what we're seeing here is a lot of interest in this, and if we look at the longer time, that's what you want. You want a lot of interest and a lot of investing potential, but a cheap price, and that's exactly what Lisk is. I will say that it could be a pullback in the next little while. It did break out of this bottom here, but sometimes you'll see a temporary pullback after that. But it is one that I'm looking at to day trade, and the reason is because there's a lot of volume in it. So usually if it finds a nice bottom and I can get an entry point, I can see if it will start trending up. And if it starts trending up, I can switch my stops and pull at my stop loss. So let's say I entered somewhere right here. Then I could put my stop loss right here, and I would be in profit even if it closed the trade, because if it came down to that price from here, I'd close in profit. So it's one that I'm looking at to day trade because it has quite a bit of volatility, and that's stuff you want to look for, is high volatility. Another one I'm looking at is DCR. I'm expecting a small pullback inside of this channel it's been following though, probably to this blue range. So I have a target entry between 0.00334 and 0.004, and if you click right here you can set alerts, and I believe it will email you when it hits that certain price. So that is something that's really useful to use. yeah, you can adjust the settings on here and, you know, enable whether they'll go off. And this one, yeah, see, you can send email. So that's what I recommend doing. I recommend sending an email when it hits certain prices that your target prices, or you can just have it so that it so that you just have an order set in that target price, and then when you go check it later, you can see that you've entered. But an email's better because that way you can set your stop loss right when the order is made, which is important. I have a video on setting stop losses. Go ahead and check that one out if you haven't already. But yeah, this one is high volatility. It's pretty cheap, high volume, and those are all things that I look for when I'm going to day trade a coin. I also like to look inside the 1 minute candlesticks mainly for day trading, because then I can watch the live price action, which is really, really important. Because if you don't learn how a market moves, then you won't learn how to counteract your emotional attachment to the way markets move. Because everybody has an emotional attachment to the direction a market's moving. If you're long on something, you're going to naturally think that it's going to go up. If you're short on something, you're going to naturally see everything indicating it goes down. It's really, really hard not to. It's just psychological fact that that's how the human brain works. So what you want to do is you want to train yourself around that. You can't ever fully counter it, but you can train yourself to understand what your signals are and why you do stuff, and then kind of plan around that. That's why having a trading plan is important, which is something else I have a video on. And managing trades. I recommend checking all 3 of those videos out. They're pretty good ones. I've helped a lot of people out with those videos. So yeah, yeah, thank you guys for coming to tune in today, by the way. I've had a lot of growth in the channel lately. See, look, this is Lisk right now, and it looks like it's pulling up nicely. The only reason I had this arrow drawn here is to show if it went down, if it did. So this is what I'm seeing, you know. I'm seeing that it's high volume, high volatility, and that's what I like to look for if I'm day trading, because I want to get a good percentage, right? And so if you go to Poloniex and you see something, or even just CoinMarketCap, and you see something moving up 24% or 22%, like Iconomy and Lisk, or you go and you see PIVX, you know, I don't even know how to pronounce that, or DCR, these 20% movers, or ARDR, OR, I mean, Ardor, I don't even honestly know how to pronounce that one perfectly, Ardor. You see these huge, you know, moves that are almost 20%. Those are the types of swings that you want to be getting in on as a day trader. So that's what I look for. When everything else is crashing in the market, like today, where Dash is dumping off, and that's, by the way, natural market movement. You'd expect this type of movement inside of a market. If nothing crazy has happened, I will definitely let you guys know as soon as something crazy happens, trust me, as best as possible. And Dash is down a lot today. It's down 11%. Ethereum is down 5%. Ethereum Classic's up 12%. Something interesting. This is the first cross-correlated move I've seen in a minute. So that's something to pay attention to. But yeah, I'm looking at these coins as a day trader, and that's what this video is about, is how to look for coins as a day trader. And what I look for is those 20% swings, and it's really good to day trade in these type of environments where everybody's trying to get their money out of something else and into something, like when Dash is dumping or whatever. Then you can really make a lot of money day trading these kind of niche markets that if you watch and pay attention, you'll start to see them swing up, and that's when you want to put your money in. Look for a good entry point, and then, you know, after the run, you can look for a counter entry, a secondary entry. Like this may be a good secondary entry point, depending on your trading style and how long you want to hold it. But as a day trader, I would enter again here and see if it goes up and see if I can carry my stop up. So that's what I'm looking for inside of these coins. Lisk, DCR, and Iconomy are 3 that I have been looking at. Now, I think that you can only trade Iconomy on BitterX, I'm not entirely sure on that. I know you can't trade it on Poloniex, but this is the exchange that I know of that you can. So yeah, I'd be looking into the BitterX if you want to hop on the economy train as a day trader. But yeah, that's everything for today. Go ahead and follow me on Twitter at highaltitudeinv, and you can shoot me an email if you like. I'm always trying to respond as best as I can to all the questions, and I usually get back to people very quickly. Go ahead and check out digitalcurrencytraders.com, the link in the description, and use the promotion code on my Twitter. If you want to sign up for the lifetime membership and course, you can get 20% off using my promotion code. And Lumbridge City has great content, and I highly recommend cross-correlating our information. We teach a lot of the same fundamentals. He's a really, really good teacher, and these courses are awesome. You can take the 2 free ones. I've been looking into them. I've been taking them myself, and I'm also like really happy about the way that they turned out. He's a good teacher. It's just little video courses. It's easy to sign up and get ready. There's a video right here on actually how to sign up and make sure you've purchased the course correctly right here. On my Twitter, it's a pinned tweet, so probably won't leave for a minute. But you know, he's a really good teacher, and if you want to use my promotion code highaltitude20 when you go to checkout, that would be a way to get 20% off on that, and I highly recommend it. So go ahead and check it out, digitalcurrencytraders.com. Thank you guys for tuning in today. Our 24-hour volume is at $601,340,060. Our market capitalization total is at $24,822,127,603. So it's definitely looking really good. We're still up in the crypto world. Bitcoin might be going a little bit down right now, but actually it's up today. It's up today. People are FUDing a ton. There's so much FUD around Bitcoin, which, by the way, is my favorite time to buy as much Bitcoin as I can, is high FUD times, because I found in the past that it works for me to make money trading Bitcoin, as I buy when there's a lot of FUD. And there's a lot of FUD right now, and there's also a lot of volume right now, and it's also really high, so it could keep going up. I really feel good about the direction of Bitcoin, honestly. But look, I mean, there's a lot of search over the fork. If you look, you can see there's 2 websites for Bitcoin right now. I don't know if I've seen this in the past. Let me make sure this has to do with the fork. This is the original Bitcoin website, I believe. Maybe not. Maybe this. I'm not sure. I don't know why there's 2 websites. I'd have to look into that. There's 2 Bitcoin websites, folk. I don't think that's because of the fork. But yeah, I appreciate you guys tuning in today. Good luck with all of your trading the next few days. Expect a new video tomorrow, and I will talk with you guys soon. I appreciate it, and stay profitable.